This has good reviews. How?
You all know what it is.
I don't know what it is. Generic intro in the deck goes me here, back with another Star Trek video. Today we're doing AI, artificial intelligence, which is very, very redundant, but the main reason why I'm watching this is because I believe he did an epic rant about TMZ, because last week's video was the top 11 South Park episodes. If someone's never watched South Park before, that was an absolute trip to watch, and you all seem to really enjoy it as well. You can check my reaction to that. I'll leave it right up there. Also going to link down below in the description. Also going to place my channel with all of my other nostalgic videos going in chronological order. I believe this is the 98th nostalgic video I'm reacting to. So next week will be 99th, and then 100 is going to be Battlefield Earth, and I got a cameo from Doug. Yeah, I have not received yet. I spent extra. It all goes to charity. I spent extra to list off things that I've never seen, and he's going to have an absolute just freak out on me roast. I'm going to react to that separately the first time I see it, and it's also going to be the intro for that video as well. So be on the lookout for that. Hope you're subscribed. Patrons get a day early. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully I can make it a tiny little bit better. He talked about TMZ and how awful they are. They apparently sent him a letter, and copyright struck and took down a whole bunch of videos that mentioned him talking badly about TMZ. So he responded by going off on a rant on them in this, and I'm really excited for it. I read every comment season down below. Let me know what the next video should be, but let's go ahead and jump into AI, artificial intelligence. All right.
On TMZ.
Oh God.
Our crack team of journalists uncover the most important
Oh no.
news.
Everyone else. The one dude.
Shoes 2 weeks old.
This is the biggest news since man walked on the moon.
That's right.
Meanwhile, I have shoes that are
TMZ. We're really
6 years old.
important.
Jennifer Love Hewitt has cellulite. Cellulite!
How dare she?
New front page. Jennifer Love Hewitt shows cellulite. She cares nothing for the world.
I am also offended.
He apparently got like copyright issues, and he had a letter from them. Pierre was telling me about it.
Kids to school.
So what, do you think he's like a person or something? Like he can just live life like the rest of us?
Doesn't he have like a ton of kids?
You'll need to know this, or you'll die.
Now let's see if our newest member has anything to say.
Who?
Standard Critic, what do you got?
Oh.
Is it time for commercial yet?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. After this rant was uploaded mid-2013, basically TMZ Solid tried copyright striking the video on every website it was uploaded or re-uploaded to. They even wrote an angry letter to Doug Walker claiming the video represented them unfairly. He responded by depicting and savagely roasting them 10 times as hard in his review of AI official intelligence. I, of course, highly recommend. That's part of the comment from that video, which a lot of people like that comment as well. So here we are. Also, if there is a charity shout out at the end of this, whatever this video makes, I'll donate the ad revenue from the first day to it.
Prostitute.
As long as I can.
Now, Mr. Critic, isn't this much better than mocking us on your website?
Yeah, well, it was very kind of your people to get in contact with our people and let us know that you didn't like the way we represented you. It's good to know that an industry that mocks so many has such a thick, non-hypocritical skin themselves.
Well, I'm just glad you took our offer to come down here for a day and see that we conduct very important, very serious work.
And I thought I'd take a chance and hope that one of us
It'll be
would
over
learn the
soon.
meaning of the word fair. Though I guess it was too optimistic to assume both of us would.
Sir! Jennifer Lopez was caught with nose hairs.
Take me back from my keyboard!
Oh my god. They're not
It's not
human.
easy representing someone, let alone their work. Maybe Steven Spielberg should have thought that when he took over Stanley Kubrick's long-awaited fairy tale. And this was no easy
Oh
choice.
yeah, Stanley.
Kubrick, director of A Clockwork Orange and 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Never seen
and
any of them.
Spielberg, fuck, you all know who he is.
Yeah, I've
Whereas
seen some of
far on
those.
the opposite ends of the directing spectrum as you
God,
could
that
possibly
cameo
get.
for Battlefield Earth
Kubrick was
gives me something
cold
else.
and dark. Spielberg was whimsical and enchanting.
That Robin
Kubrick
Williams?
was slow and eerie.
That's The
Spielberg
Shining.
was peppy
That's
and
Indiana
upbeat.
Jones.
Stylistically, they were practically nothing alike. The only thing the two did seem to have in common is that, at times, they surprisingly envied each other.
There was the
Spielberg
epic rap
often
battle of
longed to
history
be
that they're both in.
art-house risk-taker that Kubrick was, and Kubrick often longed to
It's
be
E.T.
the audience-pleasing sentimentalist that Spielberg was.
Wait,
so when
does Stanley
Kubrick was
Kubrick
going
make
through
E.T.?
years and years and writer after writer perfecting his vision of what he would call his sci-fi version of Pinocchio, he felt he didn't have the talent to pull off the emotional heart.
I've never seen
and
Pinocchio
handed
either.
directing over to Spielberg
That's one that
while
like his
Kubrick
nose
would produce
grows
it.
when he lies.
Spielberg thought he didn't have
Right?
the talent to pull
Pretty
off
sure.
the
He wants to be a
calculated
real boy.
artistry needed, and handed it back to Kubrick while he would produce it.
Being friends for years, they each made the argument that the other was better to direct. Until Kubrick finally caved
Wow.
in and said after his film Eyes Wide Shut, AI would be the next film he would do.
And just to make
Tom
things even
Cruise.
more complicated, Kubrick died. So
Oh.
Spielberg thought it best that he bring the legendary director's masterwork to life himself.
But they're not the like at
resulting in
all.
the awkward, unfocused, and confused little train wreck we all know as AI.
Wow. Even the title's confusing.
With the style of two
Really
totally
interesting.
different directors being juggled, this film is about as big a mess as you can imagine. As you find yourself paying less attention to the story
What?
and instead focusing more on, is that
Who
a
is this
Kubrick
made for?
or a Spielberg move? And instead of being
What
one
year is
artist's
this?
great masterpiece, we get visual backwash and emotional hand-me-downs to replace raw feelings and ideas.
That's
So,
not how you
let's
swim,
see
kid.
How the master of heart represents the master of art. This is AI.
So we open the story about a human robot with Hollywood's own human robot, William Hurt.
Who?
He plays the head of a business that makes androids, and he's looking to create an android that's actually capable of love.
Why?
Propose that we build a
Are you
robot
lonely,
child
bro?
Who can love, a robot child who will genuinely
Oh,
love
he's trying to
parent or
replace the
parents
child.
she'd imprint
What is this,
on
FNAF?
With a love that will never end.
Interesting idea, raising a lot of interesting questions. How do you program love? Can it
Yeah.
be programmed? What's the difference between love and desire? Is there a difference? Can it be technically defined? And if it can't, can you assume you can properly create it?
Does love only work if it's shared equally? All of
Ooh.
these questions and more will be thrown to the kinda category, as we have to
Oh, so
establish
we don't
this
get-
future that clearly exists only to justify our
What is that
characters'
car?
idiot moves. For example, in this post-apocalyptic world,
Yeah, it's about as post-apocalyptic as a Betty Crocker
Wait,
commercial.
what do you mean
pregnancy must be
post-apocalyptic?
sanctioned to keep population under control after the ice caps melted.
Oh.
This is rough,
So-
seeing
so
how
everything
one couple
flooded,
has to keep
okay.
their child frozen because he's suffering from "we need to keep you out of the first 20 minutes"
Oh.
itis. And thus they seem like the perfect parents to try out their new boy toy.
Don't say
I
that.
like your floor.
This is David, played by Jesus You're Scary Haley Joel Osment, who's been allowed to be their son.
Wait.
imprinting is
His name is Haley?
The robot child's love would be sealed, in a sense hardwired, and would be part of him forever.
Yeah. Great plan, right? I mean, can you see anything going wrong with this idea? Ethical scarring, emotional crippling? Me? I just see playing catch.
Don't imprint until you're entirely sure.
Now, what you might notice very quickly is that Spielberg has done a pretty decent job recreating the cinematography of Kubrick's work. It actually
What, like
mirrors
the-
a lot of
the
techniques that
one
Kubrick
take
has
kinda
done
stuff?
in the past.
Oh, I know Kubrick used it once in a while, so people will call me a genius when I use it all the time.
What he hasn't captured, though, is the editing or the tone. Kubrick would let a lot of
How
his
much
shots
of
go
this did
on for a
Kubrick actually
while,
get done
building
with?
an uncomfortable mood and allowing you to enjoy the visuals or movement. But Spielberg cuts his shots just like any other movie, making his way for quirky scenes like this, which very likely would not end up in a typical Kubrick production.
That's creepy. Hi. Hi. I don't think she likes the idea of the AI child. Wow. Go through him.
Yeah, I think if Kubrick was directing this, we all know how this scene would go.
How? Oh. That's supposed to be like The Shining.
Come play with me, mommy.
Nope. Gun.
But it's okay. David finally finds a way to win over his mother's affection.
Does he not need to eat?
What? You would shit your pants and throw the fucking thing away?
Yeah, I
Well,
would.
not our mother.
I'd burn it first.
She figures that's enough to push the "I love you forever" button, which programs the child to never stop obsessing over her till the end of his days. Boy, if they knew that was the selling point for most parents, they'd have them laugh at even more things.
Hey, David, look! Keys! A housing foreclosure!
Oh, really? Those don't exist.
Tracy
I'm trying
Morgan!
Ooh, he's a keeper. So David is now programmed to love only his mom,
Why?
but not his dad so much.
Why not his
seeing how
dad?
he never refers to him as dad.
Hello, David.
Hello, Henry.
Ouch!
Oh.
Might as well change his name to I'm Not Your Sperm.
David also gets a new playmate, a little toy named Teddy.
Hello, Teddy.
Hello, David.
I've seen this movie. Called Ted.
Why does that create uncomfortable flashbacks?
Wait, what uncomfortable flashbacks? What?
This is the end.
What?
My cuddly friend, the end.
Is this a movie that he made? Did Nostalgia going to make a movie with a teddy bear?
David, Teddy is a super toy, and
What do you mean a super toy? Can you fly?
A toy. Teddy is my slave name. You may call me Cuddly Kinte.
But oh, that pesky real son wakes up, and
Oh,
apparently
he wakes
he's
up?
not thrilled about his robotic replacement.
Oh, he's literally
doing terrible things, like forcing his mother to read horribly ironic stories.
His favorite being Pinocchio.
David's going to love it.
Oh. You can. That kid looks evil. You can see the evil look in his eye.
But David ends up liking the story, particularly the part about where the blue fairy turns Pinocchio into a real boy.
Oh, he wants to be real.
Squeak McPimplefuck constantly reminds him that he's not a real boy. So, fighting for his mother's attention, he tries eating spinach to convince that he is real.
You will break.
Was that an observation from Teddy or a threat?
I don't.
I must break you.
Does he eat?
No, he does not eat.
Martin, you're provoking him.
David, stop it!
Oh God.
Oh no, they use Photoshop smear. We need heavy-duty Mario Party for this.
Oh my God. Wait, that's. Oh my God, that scene looks old.
Schemy McWeasel bitch has yet another plan.
Dude, healthcare is already outrageous. What is robot healthcare like?
I'll share it with you. And if you had it and Mort, she might love you even more.
The ranger isn't gonna like this, Yogi.
He tries cutting off the hair, but ends up looking like a poster child for Lizzie Borden's barber school, which ends up getting the parents concerned.
If he was created to love, then it's reasonable to assume he knows how to hate.
Hmm.
And if pushed to those extremes, what is he really capable of?
And more importantly, why did not the scientists putting him together ever think of this?
Yeah,
Is it
why are
every
y'all
story
having
where someone wants to
think about
play
this?
God, they're always like,
Those questions will just go away. Why does nobody in movies ever think of the consequences?
Consequences, consequences, as long as I'm rich.
But through misunderstanding with the 20, David becomes afraid of some bullies, hides behind his brother, and they both fall into the pool, resulting in his brother almost getting killed. So I guess it's finally time to bring him in and have the scientists look at a lot of these kinks going on, huh? Nope, Nukem.
No, wait,
yeah, no, there's
wait,
no other
Nukem?
alternative.
Wait,
He's
wait,
gotta die.
what?
Just hop in your mechanical hot dog and tell him we're taking a trip to the liquidation factory. Come on, it's an easy choice. It's not like anybody would grow attached to him with his big puppy dog eyes, innocent smile, and
that
will
haircut.
to love past the end of time. I mean, Jesus, what if kids in the 90s had to get rid of their Furbies the exact same way?
Teddy, no!
I'm sorry, son, but you read the instructions. Once he starts malfunctioning, he has to be bludgeoned to death as violently as possible.
I love it! Oh, God!
Oh, now don't tell me you want to see the therapist again.
Oh. Who needs therapy?
Where are we going?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Tell me about the rapids, George.
That is a weird looking car.
I have to leave you here.
In the woods?
No.
I'm waiting for a dinosaur to show up and eat him.
No, I have to go. I have to go. Stop it!
Definitely find his way back.
No, I'm sorry. This emotional meat tenderizer to your nads is not warranted. There's a bajillion other ways around this. Reprogram him, change the settings, wipe his memory, adjust his abilities.
Set him on
More
fire.
Specific in your commands. Nothing about this makes any sense. I think the only way it would make even less sense is if Batman showed up and said,
I pulled his brother into the pool.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about the world.
and if his mother loved him so much, she wouldn't leave him to roam alone in this dangerous world she's sorry she never taught him
come back.
about. She would know it's much worse to leave him alive knowing he'll never see her again than it is just to shut him off.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Spielberg. Kubrick covered his tracks better than this. I mean, what human being would be so absent-minded and so cruel?
Teamsy.
Okay, people, story time.
Duty calls.
Uh-huh.
Bimbe!
Oh my god. There's people vomiting.
Alright, guys, go. I was digging through Leonardo DiCaprio's garbage.
Oh, it's too shaky.
And I found McDonald's.
You mean he eats food?
Obviously, someone's in financial difficulties.
Is he? I doubt that.
TMB! Weasley's what you need!
Guys, I have a picture of Natalie Portman with a mustard stain on her shirt.
Is it even a mustard stain? It kind of looks like it's supposed to be there.
Her! Put that picture on the front page. The people must know. I have the power.
No, you don't.
TMB! Watch us, you dumbasses! Watch us!
Rick, what do you got?
Oh, well, I did find a story here that Sandra Bullock.
Okay,
Sandra Bullock will be honored
smart.
for donating $25,000 to the Warren Essen Charter High School, which was destroyed in Hurricane Katrina. She also opened
mean
an
Hurricane
on-campus
Tortilla?
health clinic there as well. You say what you want about her shitty movies, but that's pretty cool, right? I mean, that's really big of her.
Shit's fat.
What?
Shit's really fat. Mr. Norton, new front page. Sandra Bullock, ballooning the blind side of her backside.
I swear to God, that's a real caption. I'm not even gonna say what I'm gonna do because that could actually be a real caption.
Not in our stars, but in ourselves. I mean, we trend to the end.
Miss Lewis, what's wrong?
I just for a second thought about doing real journalism, respecting
Why would you
my
do that?
job and contributing something important to people's lives.
Just put AI does this and boom, headlines.
Your job is bullshit. If you don't report Emma Watson possibly having a double chin, then who will?
But I...
Just swallow your dignity and remember, you have no soul to lose.
Oh.
Okay, I'm good.
Oh, okay. That was easy.
Hey, we're cool. Really, we're cool.
No. Somehow it's still
what
on.
I like to call movie 2 because, yeah, from this point on,
It's
it is
future?
pretty much an entirely different movie.
Why does it
where
feel
we
like a
see Jude
Halsey
Law
music
playing
video?
A prostobot. He's in trouble because he's framed for a murder by a jealous ex-lover, and thus is on the run. Because apparently, even though it's explained very clearly that none of these robots are able to have feelings, they do seem to have a need for self-preservation, and a need to form opinions, and a need to be sarcastic, and a need to have distinct personalities, and a need to adapt, and a need to change, and a need to interact, and a need to survive,
Sounds
and a
like
need
they're
to
human.
help, and a need to protect, and a need to fight, and a need to lie, and a need to deceit, and a need to want, and a need to desire, and a need to do just about anything a goddamn human being emotionally needs to do. But just to emphasize again, none of them have any emotional feelings whatsoever. Yeah. And Mel Gibson just drinks a little too much coffee.
He does? No.
Wait, does he? Oh my God. Apparently Mel Gibson's
David comes
crazy
across a bunch
based
of
off the South
robot
Park
zombies.
episodes. What do you mean robot zombies?
Which, if that's not a thing,
Piss off.
somebody make that a thing.
No, don't make that a thing.
But they see a bad moon rising, which are actually representatives of a flesh fair, a gathering of people who hate robots and take ones who are no longer owned and destroy them.
Oh. And they feed them to motorcycles?
Okay, I know we're trying to hammer in the whole fairy tale thing, but really? This is what we're doing for Chased by Wolves? Is this really the best you got?
They have guns.
Because if you're gonna do that, why don't you just make Little Red Riding Hood a gang on the east side with red hoodies?
Does it? Do they? How many robots were made?
Just posing for the camera to show off that effect?
Yeah,
Okay.
literally. That was it.
So they get caught in a net. Yeah, apparently
Instead of
the
just shooting
super
them.
strong robot's greatest weakness is a net. As they
Fishing
drag them to
line.
the last place they want to go to.
The moon? Oh, the Flesh Fest?
Welcome to the Kubrick Spielberg collaboration, everybody. Doesn't it look exactly
No,
how you
this is
thought it
Mad
would
Max.
look? Oh, the artistic majesty.
Just not the
oh,
cars.
The visual wonder.
Is that a
Oh,
cannon?
Chris Rockbot?
Chris Rockbot.
Shoot me over the propeller thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to go through it. I was considering it, but I changed my mind.
Aren't they supposed to be super strong robots?
Mr. Spielberg, I'm not gonna act like I'm the biggest aficionado on Stanley Kubrick or anything, but I'm just gonna take a wild guess. A wild fucking guess!
Oh, really? Just
That Stanley Kubrick, the director of 2001, A Clockwork Orange, The Shining... He would put a Chris Rockbot in there!
no.
I mean, did you really think that was part of the great master's vision? Really? Was One of the
That it sell
agreements that you
tickets.
guys talked about in making
Was that in
this
the
film
trailer?
for years that it cannot be made unless the essential Chris Rock bot was in there, just somewhere, anywhere. The whole entire thing would crumble if.
This is.
Really, a Chris Rock bot? Or hell,
I'm guessing it doesn't have much
maybe
Kubrick in it.
Stanley Kubrick was a big Chris Rock fan. I mean, who knows? Maybe he go.
How many of y'all watch Everybody Hates Chris
if he was
growing up?
around back then.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
No.
Open the doors.
That's a thing from the epic rap battle.
What's the problem?
The Steve Jobs and Bill Gates.
What are you talking about, Hal?
I gotta get this part right, or I'm gonna have nothing but shitty movies for the rest of my life.
Hal, I won't argue with you
No,
anymore.
I don't think you understand. You got to go.
Hal?
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 Is that a Stanley Kubrick movie?
I'll go in through the emergency airlock.
What do you want, a cookie? I mean, it's lazy. It's so fucking lazy. I mean, what idiot would actually put...
Another meeting, everyone.
Another one?
Sometimes I wonder if Spielberg even understands what it means to represent someone fairly.
Oh.
All right, guys, because we have so many important topics to get out there, I
Fat
thought it'd be
equals
best
funny.
if we select our stories a little faster. So I'm going to hold up a picture of a celebrity. And if I think we should do a story on it, then let out a collective
Money,
grunt.
more.
And if you don't think we should do a story on a celebrity, then just shake your head no.
Shoes, heels.
Yeah, we'll be able to get through more stories this way.
All right.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Is that, wait, who is that? I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is either. Is that a Kardashian? I want to say that's a Kardashian. I don't know who that is. Looks familiar.
Now that's what thought-provoking news is all about, right, guys?
They're just barking. They're seals. Negative brain cells are in that room. And then Nostalgia Critic's in the hallway. So technically not in the room. Oh, man. No ad spot, I'm guessing?
So we
Weird.
return back to the Flesh WWE Monster Truck Anti-Gay Marriage Fair when somebody thinks David shouldn't be there.
Why?
You're a machine.
My name is David.
Impossible.
What do you mean, impossible?
Why? He
Why
looks
is
like
that
every other
impo-
robot
yeah.
there, at least the ones that look human. Is it because there's never been a robot child before? 75 years at least of androids, and there's never been a robot
No one's ever
child?
brought back their dead
The
child.
Chris Rock bot was more important to make than a robot child? I'm sorry, unless he's a machine that also turns water to absinthe, I wouldn't buy him.
I said let go. I'm trying.
Don't let go. Keep me safe.
Keep me safe.
Suit yourselves.
But just when it looks like David and his prostibot are about to go to Silicon Heaven, the
Wha-
audience finds they just can't do it.
What do you mean the audience?
I'm David. I'm David. I'm David.
Mecca don't plead for their lives.
Oh, really? Did you not hear the comedic pleads of the Chris Rock bot? I'm sorry, I know I'm dwelling, but really, what was that? So they let him go, and the prostibot follows along. His new mission?
Chris
to find
Rock
the blue
bot.
fairy. Rather than the prostibot just
Oh,
tell
'cause
him,
fairy
"No,
tale?
I
Or
don't
the fairy
know,
tale?
there's no such thing." He says the answer lies in a perverted little town known as Rouge City. They go
Okay.
through, let's face it.
Is that what like the
awesome
character
shot in the
Rouge is
movie.
based off of? Like from Sonic?
And hitch a ride all the way down to PG-13 land. A place that never would have existed in Kubrick's world. That's right, all of your wildest fantasies mildly realized. Oh, look at how sort of stimulating that is. Oh, look at how kind of erotic that turns out, ish. Hey, look, that almost looks like a nipple.
Almost.
Almost!
Almost. Doesn't quite,
And
but
because
almost.
the internet apparently doesn't exist in this future, all of your questions have to be answered by a distracting Robin Dr. Wiley Williams performance.
Wait. Oh, it's Robin Williams at least.
No. Where fast food for thought is served up 24 hours a day.
Fast
in
food for
40,000
thought?
Locations nationwide.
Question 1. Explain these. I thought so.
Okay.
But Dr. Google, it appears, doesn't seem to have the answers that David is looking for.
Where is...
Is he the person from
Blue
Smash that picks the
Fairy?
characters?
In the garden, Vascostylis blue fairy. Blooms twice annually with bright blue flowers on a branched inflorescence.
Come on, just a few years after this movie came out, we got the greatest search engines possible. And this
Which
incredible
one?
future thing can't even tell if it means a flower, a story, or whatever? Must be the AOL of search engines.
Oh god,
But they
AOL.
finally asked the right question and figure out that the Blue Fairy apparently is at the factory where David was created. All the way in New York City.
Oh! Looks like it's doing good.
Kinda strange office location, don't you think?
Yeah.
Is the commute
Everything's underwater.
difficult for workers there? Hey, Frank.
Boats.
Going to destroyed ruin number 5 again? Nah, I think I'm upgrading to dangerously unstable rubble number 3. You know, looking to move up in the world.
The budget. Wow, that is a narrow gap.
But David
to
goes
put
inside the factory and
aircraft
searches
there.
for himself.
What do you mean?
Are you real? I'm David.
What do you mean?
Not. Yes, I am. So am I. Let's be friends.
I don't trust you.
But I'm sure kind, loving David will find it in his heart to find that he's unique in his own wonderful way. Jesus!
I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. Are you?
Even though I know I'm a machine, I never realized they could build another one of me. Why is so much obvious logical information left out of my memory banks? Why?
David.
Okay, there's just one other one. Okay, are there other ones?
But the
With a
bland
lamp.
bot comes in and explains that everything
it's
that's
also a
happened
bot?
to him was all part of the plan.
What do you mean it's all part of the plan?
Chase down our dreams. And that is something no machine has ever done until you. Until you were born, robots didn't dream, robots didn't desire unless we told them what to want.
Your ability to want
dreams
nothing but
either.
your mother, even after you were programmed to want nothing but your mother, is a breakthrough.
I guess.
I thought I was one of a kind.
You
You were
are.
the first of a
Maybe.
kind.
My brain is falling out.
Team is
What do you mean it's falling out?
I want you to wait here. I'll gather them up.
Yes, after killing your robotic double, destroying the room, and looking completely brain-raped, I'll leave you here completely alone and unattended. What could go wrong?
Another
Well,
David?
how
Or
about this?
you can
David
or
throws
you can-
himself off the building into the water, where, quite
I mean, doesn't need the oxygen,
coincidentally,
does he?
he finds a statue of the Blue Fairy at an amusement park.
Why?
Oh, after being guided there by a school of fish, of course. I don't know.
Why? Okay.
Pastabot gets busted by authorities using a magnet, which
A magnet.
doesn't suck up David for some reason. And David makes his way to the Blue Fairy statue,
And-
where he spends the
Oh,
rest
imagine
of
if
his
he was, like,
days
underwater.
following a dream, hoping it'll come true.
Like, I was gonna say, like, you don't need to breathe if you're a robot.
Creating
Turn to a
faith,
real boy underwater? Bad
possibly
idea.
even a religion, thus making him much less human, but also even more human, drawing his journey to a close.
Nope. Oh, Advil. That says 12 on it. That's the year, 2012. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
2,000 years later.
Huh?
Oh yeah. Don't act like you don't know what happens. Even people who haven't seen the movie know about the infamously horrible continuation of a story that everyone in the world
2,000-year
said
time
should
jump?
not continue. It would have been
What?
fine if they just left him in front of the
Does he
Blue
get revenge?
Fairy.
No way his
Everyone
mom's still
would have
alive.
said, yeah, it had problems, but you know what? It could have been worse. Well, this
is the worst.
they're talking about. And it's not just the fact that it continues when it shouldn't, it's the fact that it gives the lamest, the schmaltziest, preschool-friendly middle finger to anyone who may have possibly liked this movie
Also,
even
this is Twin
a
Towers.
little. You all know what it is.
I don't
but
know what
just
it
for the
is.
hell of it, let's go.
I don't know what it is.
Aliens arrive. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Robots that are never clarified as robots unless you read the script. And
Oh.
discover David 2,000 years later, frozen in ice. Yeah,
Why?
apparently his
Where was
circuits
he?
and programming survived all that time.
2,000 years?
The longest lasting in human creation.
When did-
Just don't feed him spinach.
Why did he
And
get
with
frozen?
their
What was he
super
doing before?
not alien powers,
Did he
they
become human just to
create a
freeze?
world for David to live in, just like his home. And
Why?
get this, even the Blue Fairy is there.
You have been searching for me, haven't you, David?
Now,
Y'all
if
know
you
I'm not
still
a
somehow
fairy tale
managed to
guy,
stay in
even
your
as a
seat
kid.
After this information was made aware to you, I urge you not to turn around because you probably noticed rows and rows of empty seats and threatening letters written in nosebleed blood. as that was the only thing that could serve as ink at the time.
Will Mommy be coming home soon?
No.
She can never come home.
Why can't she?
Because 2,000 years have passed.
This came out in 2001.
And she is no longer living.
Yes, our technology only extends to blue fairy
This got a
science.
7.2 on IMDb, 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, 65% on Metacritic. Why?
Based on your memory, but the one thing that takes up the most of your fucking mind, we can't materialize for some
June
reason.
29th,
We're kind of
2001.
dumb, not aliens that way.
I was 3. I was just about to turn 4.
Why can't you bring back her?
Because we can only bring back people whose bodies we dig up from the ice. We need some physical sample of the person.
Why are you even talking?
Like a bone or a fingernail.
I swear to
Oh,
God.
yeah,
Or
because
hair.
The
Or
enchanted
hair
fairy tale
that he cut off.
atmosphere is really completed with talks of DNA samples and scientific reanimation. God, a fucking blue fairy is saying this!
David, do you remember
2,000 years.
when you cut some of Mommy's hair?
Oh, tell me Teddy doesn't have it. Tell me
Does he?
Teddy doesn't have it. Oh,
Why did he keep for 2,000 years? I guess, yeah, I guess hair can be preserved
Kinda
for that
sick,
long if it's in the
actually,
ice.
but I won't question the motives behind a children's toy who doesn't have motives, remember? No feelings.
No
We
yeah.
clarified that. Uh-huh.
Now you can bring her back.
Psych, I was lying.
Is my command.
Wait.
So, joy
It's like
of
a
joy,
genie?
the blue fairy can bring Mommy
Would she
back,
freeze to
right?
death?
Well, listen to this horsecock.
Those who were resurrected only lived through a single day of renewed life.
A single day?
Bring your mother back now. It will only be for one day.
And she'll die again.
Maybe the one day. Maybe it will last forever.
Why?
If you still manage to stay in your seats after this information was made aware to you, I urge you again, please don't turn around because chances are you be seeing the hanging dead corpses of the film custodians. The owner of the theater? Hell.
This
maybe even the people who
this
made
has
the
good
popcorn.
reviews. How?
I don't know, just whoever they could find.
We only want for your happiness.
Why do you care?
You know what you have to do.
Listen, can you hear that? Go to her, David.
Oh, so they already brought her back to life. They
Before
were just
at-
fucking with him by giving him the option. I mean, if he said no, would they have just
Are they
eaten her or
omniscient?
something? She wakes up in a Folgers commercial, and they intend to spend the whole day together as if it was her last because... yeah,
why?
that's the gist of it.
Okay.
David had never had a birthday party because David had never been born. So they baked a cake and lit some candles.
Now make a wish.
It came true already.
For a day.
If you still manage to stay in your seats after this information was made aware to you, I desperately urge you
I have
to
never heard
not
of this
turn
movie, to
around
be honest
and
with you.
look behind you, because chances are your theater is on fire. I don't
Oh.
know if you remember the great AI theater burnings of 2001, but it cost many moviegoers their lives. Yet the causers of the fire still got a refund.
Uh-huh.
And for the first time in his life,
He slept.
he went to that place.
Did he die?
Dreams are born.
And Teddy? Well, fuck Teddy. He's not real like David. He's just a bear. A bear who wanted to make David's
That's a little
dreams
creepy.
come true, even though he doesn't want anything, technically, because he's just a machine. Who cares about
Isn't
what
everything supposed to be
David
cold?
wants?
Wasn't there Ice Age?
Not caring what David wants.
I guess they recreated the world or whatever.
This is the stupidest ending you could ever give to a movie like this! I mean, by God! Were you even thinking? Were you even thinking?
No.
And we all know who's
Not
to
even
blame,
once.
right? We all know exactly who's to blame for this schmaltzy crap. Spielberg. He's the culprit. We all know it. It's got to be Spielberg. I mean, obviously Kubrick would have ended it under the water.
I'm waiting for the
if
TMZ
Spielberg
rant.
added
I'm waiting for
last
that.
15 minutes. There's no other explanation. Wait, just look at it here. Just look at it here. Yeah,
Wait, how
here you
long
go.
is the last part? Was it
writers who
15
were originally
minutes?
working on AI all thought it was crazy when Kubrick wanted to bring David's mother back.
Wait,
What?
Kubrick wanted this?
That ending was Kubrick's idea. In fact, most of the original writers thought it wouldn't work. but Spielberg did his best to work with him and get across the idea he had in mind.
Ooh, oh. Wait,
so
it's not?
Kubrick's
Also,
to
it's set
blame
at
for that
75
movie?
degrees.
The Stanley Kubrick? The Shining, A Clockwork Orange, Paths of Glory? He's the one that put together that incredibly sappy ending? Wow. Maybe in the end, Kubrick was trying to make that Spielberg movie he never could.
Oh,
which
wait.
ironically resulted in Spielberg making that Kubrick movie he never
Oh, God.
The film is so
God.
disjointed and all over the place, and clearly not one vision.
No, it's not.
At the same time, bringing that vision to life, even though so many people were against it, just to make a close friend's dream come true.
Huh.
He understood Kubrick better than we thought he did. Maybe he
Also,
understood
what is the
better
aspect
than
ratio of that
any of
monitor?
us did. Maybe representing a person's work and representing a person himself are more similar than we realized.
Who's that guy?
Oh, well, that's Stanley Kubrick, sir.
Kubrick. I know that.
Yeah, you should have seen.
You should. He directed 2001: A Space Odyssey.
You should have seen how crazy it was in Epic Rap Battle when he showed up. And I had no idea that was him. That was what he looked like.
What are you looking up about him?
Oh, just how Steven Spielberg and him were friends, and how he directed a movie for him after he died, and how they might have actually been closer to each other than a lot of people gave him credit for.
That sounds pretty good. Do you mind if we use that for the topic of this week's show?
Sure, go for it.
Oh, God, they're going to twist into something bad, and he's going to go off on them.
Well, goes to show you again. Some people can, in fact, surprise you in the end.
Next TMZ!
Yep.
Where
Uh-huh.
Stanley Kubrick and Steven Spielberg gay for one another? Look out, Bert and Ernie!
So my research shows that these two are all over each other.
How can Spielberg be all over that fat blob?
Well, it's easier to understand than half his crappy movies.
Yeah. Hello, 2001. I mean, like, if I can't understand it, then that means it sucks.
No, that's not how that. That's not what that means at all. Oh, here we go. Let's go with the rate. Let's get the rate.
Hey, Critic, what are you doing?
Well, you guys have opened my eyes. You've shown me that nothing is sacred. I mean, by God, if you can take Stanley Kubrick, one of the greatest directors of all time, and make a story about him like that, I have no choice. If you can't
He's gonna
beat
do
him,
the rant.
join him.
Yeah. Okay. Seals. The crew for this one did a great job. Oh. The lens isn't open though. Oh, now it is. Oh, what is he, a paparazzi? Is he gonna be like the anti-TMZ? Is he gonna pull a TMZ on TMZ? Gotta love how there's a flash coming from the lens of a video camera. It does have a flash, I don't think.
Our staff suicides are at a new low!
Well,
New low?
in light of the critic's recent breakthrough, I think it's only fair that we let him go first, okay?
Oh,
You got
no.
some good
Oh,
stuff there,
no.
Critic?
Oh, I do, yes. I have drunken outbursts, sexual affairs, cross-dressing. Some of the sauciest stuff I've ever had to record.
Is it gonna be on the
That all
crew
sounds
itself?
pretty steamy, Critic. How did you get so much footage of people doing such rotten stuff?
Oh, it was quite easy, actually. I just followed all of you.
What?
What?
Yeah, for example, Mr. Aaron, I got some lovely snapshots of you cheating on your wife.
Oh.
Oh, don't laugh too much there, Mrs. Adams. You're the one he's having
Is
an
this
affair
true?
with.
Yeah.
And Miss Lewis, who can forget that enchanted evening that I recorded
Are these like the actual
24 hours ago?
You were amazing.
Oh.
And our dear beloved boss.
What did Malcolm do?
Take a look at what I recorded when you thought you were alone in what you thought was a closed office.
What? Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, not so hot when the 2-week-old shoe is on the other foot, is it?
2-week-old
But you
shoe.
wanna know who the
What did Malcolm
biggest
do?
idiot of them all is? This guy right here.
What?
Yeah, all all because of what he thought of this.
What?
I used to hate this movie. I mean, really despise it. I thought this was the worst representation of a director simply by choosing his opposite. But I realize now that Spielberg was going into a no-win situation. If he did it in his own style,
obviously.
everyone would say, "Oh, that's
just
not
how
like
society
Kubrick at all."
is.
If
You
tried
can't
to mimic
win.
his style, everybody would say, "Oh, he's not talented enough to mimic Kubrick." But maybe it wasn't about that. Maybe it was just about bringing a man's dream to life. A dream that this man obsessed over for years and years, and a really good friend didn't want to see go to waste.
Oh.
And even if it didn't come out that great,
So how much
even
of
if
it was Kubrick?
unfocused or cheesy, he still mimicked the director enough to show that he understood him. He still created some interesting conversations and ideas. And you know what? He fucking tried. He tried to the best of his abilities to
That's all you can
properly
do.
represent a person who was very close to him. Which is more than I can say for
I imagine
anyone
what
in this
those
world.
conversations would be like.
Maybe Kubrick would have done it better, maybe he could have done it worse. Hell, it's totally possible for a great director to make a bad film.
True.
But what nobody can deny is that Spielberg did his best to make a friend's dream a reality. And nobody, fucking nobody, can fault him for that.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's still fat.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. All the world
Therapy
knows your
room
evil
off
little
limits.
secrets anyway.
How do we come back from this? How do we make them forget?
Well, maybe if
Blame
you
somebody
ask
else?
all the people on the internet over and over to forget, maybe, just maybe, your wish will come true.
Really? No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it at all. They're just gonna remember it even more.
Please forget. Please forget.
Is this like, does something actually happen with TMZ?
Please forget.
That something like this happen?
Maybe the longing
Like they
for
get
dignity is
exposed?
the beginning of dignity. I'm the nostalgia critic. I remember it. And don't you forget.
Please forget. I don't think it's working. Let's try something more positive.
I'm concerned. Oh god, Tori and Jason Laws. Doug Walker, of course. Rob and Doug. Oh, Rob wasn't in this. I guess Rob was behind the camera the entire time. And then you have the normal crew, like usual. Oh, dude, the the Battlefield Earth video where I get a cameo from Doug with everything that I explained that I haven't seen. I'm gonna react to it the first time I see it, and then it's gonna be the intro for that video, and it's gonna be something. Is there a charity shout out? No, there's no charity shout out. I'm guessing they did a seal noise thing on TMZ one time and it became a meme maybe 7 years ago. I have no idea. I'd never heard of this movie. The 2,000-year time jump was crazy. It's awesome that Spielberg made it for his late friend Kubrick. I had no idea they were like close friends or anything like that, but it makes sense. Imagine what their conversation would be like. That would have been really cool to like just overhear a conversation, like being a fly on a wall in a room with them brainstorming things and talking about stuff. That'd probably be pretty cool because they apparently made a lot of movies that are really popular. I haven't seen a lot of them. I've seen some of them. But this was a movie I didn't know existed. This happened because of TMZ. Let me know what I guess the 99th Nostalgic video should be next week, based on the comment section. I read every single comment section down below. Also, stop by my Twitch live stream at 5 p.m. today. I'm kind of restoring an ancient city in Minecraft. I've made it safe. I'm running around, sprinting, and jumping in an ancient city, as crazy as that sounds. But yeah, definitely stop by for that. I'm trying to restore it. I'm gonna put some villagers in. I'm gonna turn it back into a city. It's gonna be awesome. I look forward to it. I hope to see you there, and I hope to see you there in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful rest today. I hope I made 10 a little better. But until the next video, take care and cue the music.
We were playing as soldiers, making soldiers.